Hello, hi, my name is Melly Pretty. Today we are here conducting Got Pills interview. Today I have with me shadowing is Ace Lloyd. I am Remy, Dr. Hamcat, and Miss Dr. Stitch. Okay, Got Pills, whenever you're ready, if I could get you to just drop your macros from the beginning to the end. Yeah, perfect. All right, Miss Got Pills, I'm gonna go ahead and go over a couple of rules with you, which is your HPMD rules and RP rules. Once I'm done going over those rules with you, if you have any questions after that, you can be free to ask. Did you have any questions so far?
No.
Perfect. All right. Number one, do not resuscitate patients on any street surrounding the hospital, PBP, Blue Territory events, or Army base. Do not serve patients who have their weapons drawn. Do not stand cell on the main lobby floor. Do not go AFK while on duty because it is a three-day ban. Demotion of all funds or return. Only 2 rank members may be at each desk in rank order: brown, maroon, blue, white, then green. Up to 3 lined down the hallway, also in rank order. If your medication wait time is over 5 minutes, go on emergency calls or med deliveries. If the wait is under 5 minutes, wait in the cafeteria. Do not use the front door, only race 6. Enter through the front door, rank 7, use the front parking lot. Whatever you do, do not spawn the bus. Only DCP and CP have that permission. Radio checks are mandatory. Please hit, whenever you see them radio checks in the chat, just hit it with a 10-4 copy. Did you have any questions so far?
No.
Perfect. Now I'm going to go over your MD rules. Rule number 1, refusal to provide medical assistance, refusal to give medicine to civilians or resuscitate a person without a justified RP reason provided. There is no threat to the medic's life, turf war, active shootout, standoff, punishment, 1 reprimand. Firearm usage, use of firearms by medical staff is strictly prohibited. Punishment equals dismissal from the fraction. Hearst to project rules, medical fraction members must follow all established project rules. Punishment equals from 1 warning to 1 reprimand. Use of official vehicles for personal activities. Personal use of official medical vehicles is prohibited. Punishment, 1 warning. Issuing medical certificates outside the hospital setting is forbidden. Punishment equals 1 warning. Medical actions during dangerous situations, selling medical pills or resuscitating players through life-threatening situations such as fireflies and other activity threats, including to the individual being treated, is prohibited. Punishment is 1 warning. Gang association and criminal activity, intentionally associating with gangs, committing crimes, theft, vandalism, murder, affiliating with fractions during events is prohibited. Punishment equals dismissal from the fraction. Disrespectful conduct towards colleagues and civilians, disrespectful behavior towards any individual is prohibited. Punishment equals 1 reprimand. Dismissal based on fraction and leadership's decision. MD9, non-compliance with orders, failing to follow orders or observe rank-based subordination, punishment, 1 reprimand. Use of personal vehicles for EMS runs, use of personal vehicles for EMS-related tasks is not allowed, punishment, 1 warning. Proper role-play conduct, medical personnel must role-play their duties appropriate, including interaction, dialogue, announcing assistance, and checking surroundings. During emergency, punishment, 1 equals 1 warning. Improper use of tasers, attacking civilians with a taser, weapon, or physical force without an RP reason, punishment equals dismissal from the fractions. Any question on those? Perfect. Okay, RP rules, fraction, NRP, non-RP behavior within game fractions, including unlawful releases of prisoners or executions of civilians by the police, punishment equals exoneration from the fraction and or from 30 minutes in 1 state jail to a 3-day ban. RP 14, sexual harassment, any non-consensual sexual actions, including stimulations and explicit dialogue actions, use of ethnic and LGBT slurs, or excessive attention. All sexual actions require OOC consent, such as Action should not occur in public frequently visit areas. Punishment equals 60 minutes mute or 24-hour up to 30-day ban. RP 15, disruption of fraction operations, intentionally provoking fraction members for entertainment or disrupting fraction operations is prohibited. Punishment equals 30 minutes and 1 state jail. RP 16, criminal acts against emergency personnel. Any criminal acts towards medical personnel are prohibited. Punishment equals from 90 minutes and 1 state jail to a 12-hour ban. Did you have any questions on that? Perfect. All right. I'm going to go ahead and ask you about 10 questions for your interview questions. There's no right or wrong answers here. Just answer the questions to the best of your abilities. So, question number 1. Why did you want to go ahead and join this medical fraction? Again.
I've been here before. I was your rank 7, probably before you got here. So I just know what it's about, and it's easy work.
Okay, period. Well, welcome back. Why is it important to always R&R, record and report?
Because people lie. And if you don't have a recording, it's he say, she say, and it holds no weight.
That's true. All right. If you was on an emergency call and you arrived at the scene and saw a civilian and a police officer on the ground, who are you giving that care to first?
I'm gonna pick up the person that made the call, because if they didn't make the call, I wouldn't be there. But if it's a dangerous situation, I'm not picking up anybody else. If I have the opportunity, it would be the police officer to de-escalate the situation.
Okay, I like that. All right. How would you handle a situation under pressure?
Under pressure, like what? Elaborate.
Like if you have your colleagues downstairs arguing, disrespecting each other, weapons in their hands, and it's a whole lot of chaos, how would you handle that?
Well, I'm gonna be recording everything, because if you got a weapon, you out of here. I'm gonna keep it a stack. But I would try to get them off of the main floor up here. If that doesn't work, then I gotta call somebody higher than me.
All right, period. Why is it important to follow that chain of command? And when I say chain of command, meaning like your higher ups. So that's like myself, your DCPs and CP.
Um, well, when I was in there, I would say because the higher ups have way more responsibilities than the brown and maroon scrubs, they probably got a lot that they're taking care of already. So before I would interrupt them, I would go to the brown and maroon scrubs, because they're supervisors over myself and the white and the blue scrubs.
All right, that is true. My next question is, since you've been in this medical field, what are some mistakes you have made and what have you learned from them?
I feel like the only mistake that I've ever made is speaking before I think, because I've been disrespectful to people that I shouldn't have. I've been in here. I was here a long time, so I disrespected people that I shouldn't have. But other than that, I did my job. That's what I can say. I regret speaking before thinking.
Gotcha. Okay, what does team leadership mean to you and why is it important?
Well, it's important to maintain so that your workplace it operates correctly and smoothly. There's no hiccups. Um, that's my only answer, to be honest.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna open the floor to anybody. Do you have any questions for Ms. Scott Pills?
Yeah. So, how would you explain the wait time to patients when you run out of pills?
How do I do what?
How do you explain the waiting time to patients when you run out of pills?
That I have a 10-second cooldown in between each med kit. If they're not willing to wait, there's another nurse standing next to me or down the hall.
Yeah, correct. Perfect. And how do you handle patients if they're upset or angry?
I would refrain from using my mic because I feel like once you use your mic, that opens the floor for them to try to argue with you. I would just tell them that I don't have it, or if they don't want it, to have a good day.
Okay. All right. I'm all right.
Miss I am. Miss Remy, did you have any questions for Miss Got Pills?
Why did you want to become a nurse?
I asked that. You wasn't paying attention.
Because this is the main source of people. The people come in and out of here all day, so you're gonna make the most money here.
All right, I got one. If you see Stix fighting with me on floor one in the lobby and we're cursing back and forth, this wouldn't happen. But if you did, what would be your actions and why?
I'm recording it, first of all, but more importantly, I'm listening and paying attention because I'm nosy. And like I said before, when she asked me, I would try to get you off the main floor. If you're up here arguing, then that's you. Like, you could do that. But if you're on the first floor or even on floor zero outside, I would try to get you up here. Other than that, it's just recording it and sending that up.
Right. Perfect answer. That's the first time someone answered it so perfect, I think. Good job.
Yes. Does anybody else have any questions? All right. All right, Got Pills. Well, congratulations. That will conclude your interview for today. Just give me like an hour or two to go ahead and post all these videos for you.